Hello students, in this video we will discuss about our next chapter, that is direct and inverse variation. So mainly variations are two types, one is direct variation, one is inverse variation. So what is it? Let's see one example. Suppose 2 pen cost number of pen, and this is pen cost. Suppose 2 pen cost is 10 rupees. Then what will be the cost of 4 pen? Obviously you can say that the cost of 4 pen is 20 rupees and the cost of 1 pen is 5 rupees. Look at here, number of pen be increase, then the cost also be increase. Number of pen be decrease, then cost also be decrease. If one is increase and other one is also be increase, and one is decrease and other one is also decrease, this type of variation is called direct variation. Clear? Now go to inverse variation. This is called direct variation. Now suppose suppose I have given a work. Suppose I have given a work to do. 2 men. This is number of men and number of days. 2 men can finish the job, suppose in 4 days. Then 4 men obviously finish the job in less time, that means suppose 2 days, and 1 man alone can finish the job, obviously taking more time, that is 8 days. Look at here, whenever number of men be increase, then number of days be decrease, and whenever the number of men is decrease, the number of days be increase. That means if one is increase, another one is decrease, and one is decrease, another one is increase. So this type of variation is called inverse variation. So how we know that any variation is inverse variation or direct variation? Look at here. Suppose number of pen here taken here x and the cost be taken here y. So if I find out the ratio of x by y, look at here, x by y is equal to, here first one x1 by y1, that is 2 by 10. So if you calculate it, you will get here, this is y happen. If we calculate it, we will get here 1 by 5. Here this is x1 by y1, the first one. If you calculate x2 by y2, then that means this one is suppose x2 and this one is y2. There is 4 by 20. If you calculate it, you will get here 1 by 5. If you find out x3 by y3, then you will get here 1 by 5 only. Now look at here, all of these values be 1 by 5. All of these values are 1 by 5. Clear? So whenever the ratios be equal, that time this will be direct variation. Clear? So how to know that any variation is inverse variation or not? Look at here, suppose this is x and this is y, that means this one is x1 y1, x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2, this is x3, this is y3. Now look at here, if you multiply x1 into y1, you will get here 2 into 4, you will get 8. Then again x2 into y2, you will get here 4 into 2, that time you will get here 8. Now x3 into y3, now you will get here 1 into 8, then also 8. Now look at here, the product of these two is always be 8, that means a constant number. So whenever the products are same, that time this the relation between these two be inverse variation, and whenever the division be same, that means ratio be same, that time this will be a direct variation. Clear? Now go to our exercise. Now look at question number 1. So in this exercise, that means exercise 9.1, we will discuss about only direct variation. So look at here, observe the following table and find x and y directly proportional. So here you have to find these two. One table is given, these are direct variation or inverse variation, direct variation or not. Look at here. So if this will be a direct variation, then their ratio will be equal happen. So 5 by 15 it will be 1 by 3, 8 by 24 it will be 1 by 3, 12 by 36 it will be 1 by 3, 15 by 60 it will be 1 by 4, and 18 by 72 it will be also 1 by 4. That means all the ratios are not equal. That means this is x and y not a proportion. Clear? That means direct variation. Now go to next one, question number 2. So question number 2, Roman 2 is given here. If x and y are in direct variation, complete the following table. That means one table is given here like this. This is xy, this is 345, this is 5, and there is a blank space, there is a blank space, and there is 90, blank space 120, and another row is there, that is 10 and blank space. Suppose this one is x1, this is x2, and this is y2. I am taking another ink. This is y2, this is x3, this is x4, and this is y5. Clear? Now you have to find out the values of these x2, y2, x3, x4, and y5. Now look, because this one is given here direct variation, that means the ratio will be same. So 3 by 45 it will be 3 by 45 means 1 by 15 happen. That means 5 by y2 also be 1 by 15 happen. Yeah. Now y2 is equal to, just to cross multiply, you will get here 75. In the similar way, x3 by 90, this will also be 1 by 15 happen. Now cancel out the number, this will be 6 happen. Now x3 is equal to 1 by x3 by this is 6, and if you do cross multiplication, then x3 will be 6 happen. In this way you can solve left of the part. Now go to next problem, question number 3. So question number 3 is given here. If 8 meter cloth cost is 250 rupees, find the cost of 5.8 meter of same cloth. So 8 meter cloth is given here. Suppose cloth is taken here. Suppose cloth is taken here x, and cost of the cloth is taken here y. So 8 meter cloth cost is given 250, Now 5.8 meter cloth cost you have to find. Suppose this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. Now you know that if the cloth be decreased, then the cost also be decreased. Here that means these two are in direct variation. So whenever the direct variation happen, that time the ratio will be equal happen. So these are the ratios. Now from here you can easily find out the value of y2. Now go to question number 5. So question number 5 is given here. If $175 cost is 7,350 rupees, so how many dollar can be purchased in 24,024 rupees? So here is given the relation between the dollar and rupees. So suppose dollar is taken here x and the rupees is taken here y. So firstly here given $175 cost is 7,350 and we have to find out the cost of this much rupees. So suppose the cost of dollar cost in a dollar be x2. Now because these two are in direct variation, that means the ratio will be equal. That means 175 divided by 7,350 is equal to x2 by 24,024. Now calculate it, we will get the value of x2. In this way you can solve left of the problem in exercise 9.1. Thank you everyone.